Hello, my name is Mayan Shah with RVMax.us, and today we have this 2000 model Country Coach Intrigue. It's a 36-foot bus, which is really cool, and it has one slide out. I'm going to try to get a little technical and tell you some important features, what differentiates a Country Coach from other manufacturers out there, and there's actually a lot to it. These are really well-built coaches, but it's also a used bus, so we're going to show you the flaws as we walk through it. So up in the front, it does have a nice large and pretty thick plastic protection covering. So this will protect you from large rock chips and bugs and all kinds of gunk that can hit you going down the highway. You've got two pieces of glass in your windshield area. They're in excellent condition. No rock chips, no cracks. The seals look excellent as well. They're very well seated. The rubber on the windshield wipers looks pretty good. And this was actually just traded in on another one of our buses, and that was actually our 2007 Tiffin Allegro bus. If you saw us advertise that, that's what they traded it on. They got a bigger bus, upgraded a little bit, but they had this for a while and they used it and they loved it. It's a good coach, it's been well taken care of. Now you see you have some clear coat coming off up there, and a little bit on the front cap. Now I'm going to nitpick it here. Looks like a little stain that may be able to be buffed out. It could really, a buff would help it out, but we're so busy right now, it's really hard for us to make these things absolutely perfect. And they never will be in the first place. Now that is your hydraulic reservoir tank. The slide out is hydraulic, which is really nice. Hydraulics are a lot more reliable when it comes to slide outs. Now right here you've got your front. This has all aluminum wheels, which is really nice. They're not simulators, they're full aluminum wheels. Right here you've got a PowerTech generator. I really like PowerTech. It's got about 665 hours on it. It's a 7000 model, and we're going to take a step, just sit here for a second and enjoy the frequency of the sound output on this PowerTech. I really prefer, PowerTech is made by Cat, and I really like PowerTech generators. Cat is a much bigger manufacturer, and I think when it comes to generators, they've got Cummins, but that's just my personal opinion. Now in here, you've got a full pass-through storage compartment, and on the other side, you see a slide-out tray. Right here, you've got more storage, and you also got it was an optional feature. It's a fully electric push-button reel for your 50 amp power cord. You've also got it's partially pass-through. You can get all the way through for half of this compartment. And this coach isn't perfectly clean. We still need to clean all this out, so I apologize. Again, we're really running behind. We've got a lot going on, so these aren't perfect. We will get it detailed out here before you pick it up. But this is your wet bay. You've got an outdoor shower, city water hookup, as well as just a gravity tank fill. That's a nice feature. A lot of newer, nice coaches don't have that, and it's nice to have the option of just a straight gravity fill. You got a sewer flusher as well, which is super nice. Oh yeah, that's for your 50 amp power cord, the reel. Oh, wait a minute. That just needs to be put back in place. You see these pieces right here, needs to be put back in. The reason they have that open is when you want to winterize it, you need quick access to your water pump. Right here is your driver's side dually. Up above, you have your water heater. This should be 10 gallons. Yes, it is 10 gallons. And this is propane fired, as well as it has an electric element, so you can use it. You can heat it up using electrical power if you've got your generator running or you're plugged into service. Now note your slide out. Look at the excellence of the paintwork on the side of the slide out. Small thing, but it's not a low-end coach. This should extend and become an extra window awning. That one extends as well to begin a nice window awning, and notice the aluminum shroud over them as well. It was and is a full body paint coach, so even though all of this is white, it's very glossy, and it's got a really nice shine to it, and it's like a pearl white almost. However, me being what we are, we're pretty honest about what we've got, and we try our best to stay honest because that's the reality of the used market. If you want to buy a brand new coach, this coach, actually, when it was new, costs $220,000 with no options. And calculating and factoring in, you know, the inflation. If you take out in consideration inflation, this is about $330,000. I used a calculator the other day. So now you get to have it for under 50 grand, which is really great. Now, like I mentioned, this is side radiated. So you've got your radiator here on the side for your 8.3 liter Cummins ISC. And this engine produces 350 horsepower. Notice the nice chrome little exhaust. I love when they do that, when they manufacture a hole in the fiberglass for your exhaust. So you've got quick and easy access here. I don't have the keys, but you can easily access your engine because there's no radiator covering up access to your belts and all that. Now this ISC produces 350 horsepower and 1,050 foot-pound of torque. So it's a really good high output amount of torque, especially for a 36-foot coach. Now you've got your tow hitch down here. Notice the quick disconnect and access point to air, so you can set up an Air Force One system quite easily in your tow car. It's already set up for it. Now this hitch is rated at 7,000 pounds. Let's take a step. There you go, nice, beautiful view of the side of this coach. I really love the proportions because every time you see a 36-foot or 35-foot bus, they always have wheels that are not, the chassis doesn't back those coaches up. And this is me generalizing. There are obviously other 36-footers out there that do handle well and are well built with nice chassis, but a lot of them have too small wheels. Notice the size of the wheelbase alone. The fact that it's side radiated. Think about it. How many 36-foot coaches out there are side radiated? We've got brand new Phaetons that are 36 foot and still rear radiated. So you get features here in an older coach that a lot of newer coaches that cost 4 or 5 times this don't even have. So it's really nice. Let's go take a look at the roof. All right, up on the roof, this has a fiberglass roof. And we've got 2 low profile Domestics up here. And they actually look pretty new. They look like they've been replaced, or at the very least have new covers. But these low profiles, I thought were only a pretty new development. They also double as heat pumps. They've got a Trackstar in-motion satellite dish up here. The roof looks pretty excellent. It's firm. It looks good. There's not really that many seals. You see this one piece that goes over the side and then mounts on the side like that, so you don't have these caulkings. You do have to maintain these caulkings, but the roof looks excellent. Got a standard antenna back here. Yeah, not much to say. Superb looking roof. All right, we're back down from the roof, and I'm going to continue my rambling a little bit as we walk through the compartments. So right here we've got a little scuff. Not a big deal, $100 maybe. You could buff part of it out if you want, but there it is, the scuff. We've got storage here, also quick, easy access to your oil filters and fuel filters. Those look like fuel filters to me. And one of them is a water separator, so yep. Now these right here are some of your batteries. These are massive. I think they're 4D group batteries. So provide you a lot of charge on the interior. You know, and it's nice having big batteries like this. And let's see how they're wired real quick. Okay, so from what it looks like, this right here is your chassis battery, and these two are hooked up, and it looks like they're wired in in parallel, which would make sense. These are 12-volt batteries, and you want to make 12 volts. So these two batteries are wired in parallel to provide you for your power for your house lights and all that. This right here is your cranking battery. Now, like I said, one of these is equivalent to like 2 standard size batteries. These Group 4Ds are huge and very expensive, but they're nice. Oh, quick thing I want to point out, and this is small but very nice. I like it. From my expertise, I really prefer to have these type of cutoffs. We've got 2 main like marine style cutoffs here for your chassis side and house side, which is really nice. When you store it, you're not pressing a button and hoping that solenoid works, because let me tell you, you know, a lot of times if you have a problem, these will never have a problem, right? You'll have a problem if you have a push button 12-volt disconnect, and those are great. Most of the time they work, but they don't always work like this will. If a solenoid goes out, like I mentioned, you can press that button all day. It's not going to do anything. Now, I've mentioned and hinted at this having a superior chassis to most of its competition, and really I would say all of its competition, unless you got up to like a Prevost or something. There are some other manufacturers that do excellent. But the chassis rails, the main rails, are tubular steel, and they're welded together instead of bolted together. You also have tubular steel making up the massive firewall we have up front, and just tubular framing for all of the compartments. If you see in a lot of lower end manufacturers, they use C-shaped framing rails, and they're supposedly a lot weaker, tubular stronger. And I know if you go see high-end race cars, they've got tubular steel in them, making them really stiff. It's just a higher end manufacturer as far as the chassis goes. You've also got extra strength beams, increasing stability and reducing flex. They mount their airbags out wider, and they also have air canisters along those airbags. So what happens is if you're going around a deep corner and a lot of weight gets shifted to the passenger or driver's side, those air canisters will increase the pressure on those airbags, and reducing body roll. So it provides more stability. Again, very nice thing, and you'll find that Country Coach has a huge forum base and a lot of big fans. The reason you don't see a lot of them for sale is really people are keeping them. Now right here, this is part of your, this should be your Hurricane. So this is your Hurricane hydronic heating system. This is diesel fired. It provides heat for your furnace system. You've also got two low profile air conditioners as well as heat pumps. That is your control panel for the Hurricane as well as your water pump. Right here is a pass-through storage compartment, and this actually slides out on a tray, which is really nice. Again, check this out. No rusting going on along here. The seals are in excellent condition. It's a testament to the build quality of these things. You've got outlets out here as well, so if you want to plug in a TV or do some outdoor camping. But again, like I mentioned, that tubular design provides you with a lot more stability, and these are a lot stronger, less prone to rust. As I mentioned, they've been coated with that anti-rust paint. Right here, this is your first pass-through storage compartment. So there's plenty, and that's a slide-out tray right there. So there is a lot of storage under here. This is your propane tank. It's a massive propane tank. Let me go and shut these compartments. All right, so we do have some clear coat coming off here. There's like a patch right here. So most of the coach, the clear coat is still there, but there are some areas here and there where the clear coat's coming off. Also, I don't know what this is. It's like there used to be a piece here, but you could repaint it and get that looking better for a couple $100. A lot of cosmetic stuff here and there. Again, but fundamentally, the coach is excellent. Country Coach is one of the best manufacturers out there. Check out this step. So we have the motor for this, but like I said, with what's been going on recently, we have been so busy. It's hard for our tech to fix everything that we have out here, and that's the reality of RVs. Is they're not going to be perfect. You know, even if you're owning, something's going to happen. So this may come as it is. It just depends on the deal. We'll work it out, but that's going to be as is. We're not asking. We could be asking a lot more than what we are for this bus, and the reason we're not is, like we said, we got a lot of stuff going on right now. Over there, just pan over there real quick. You see my dad, they're over there working on that Dutch Star. That's the reality of RVs. We love it, but we've been super busy. What's up? Let's take a step inside. All right, now that we're on the interior, we have taken out the carpet in this coach. So we've left it in the back because it's super clean, but up here, we've taken it out. We put down our LVP planking floor, and it looks excellent. And our guys have gotten so good, there's no extra little trim pieces, just flush up to the tile, and it looks excellent. This whole living area is just brought back to life with this new floor. You know, carpet is just not the way to go in these living spaces, in our opinion, and in most people's opinion. And we've even had it finished up throughout the front where the pedals are, in the driver's seat, as well as the steps leading into the coach. Now to your right, we have a nice, large, very comfortable couch. The upholstery is in excellent condition as well. And you've got storage underneath here. And you can see the condition is pretty excellent. These are areas like around here and back here tend to be the first spots you see wear start to pop up, because as you would imagine, this thing is moving around, and it's, if you get kind of dirt in there, that's where it's going to wear at the first place. That's where it's going to start. And this one looks excellent. It's not starting to wear or anything like that. It's in great condition. And the firmness of this padding is still excellent as well. It's not way too soft like you see on a lot of cheaper manufacturers. I like that. Now step into the tiled area here. Now the tile, and let me make sure, yeah, okay, so you've got real tile here. It goes all the way back up until the bedroom, but it's all in the bathroom, which is excellent. You got a good bit of countertop space considering this is a 36-foot coach. Dual stainless sink over here. Beautiful wood framing around this window. All the woodwork is in excellent condition. And it's just, one of the highest quality wood manufacturers out there is Country Coach. Now this piece comes off. You've got a Princess. I believe it's called like a Seaward is the model. Really high end, like a yacht style dual burner. This is high output, not like the little tiny burners you see in lower end coaches. And I love that stainless back. I love the stainless. I don't know what you'd call it. I call it a backsplash, but I don't know what I'm talking about. But I love how it looks. It looks very clean, easy to keep clean, and like a professional chef spot. You've got outlets right here. You've also got outlets up top, a light coming from here, and more outlets here. So plenty of capability to hook up whatever you want. Convection microwave oven up top. Lots of storage here. Wow. Notice the lack of stain on this carpet. That's rare. Most of these are stained up because, any kind of leak you have from the plumbing, instantly going to see it. By the way, we have these nice covers for the sink area. I really like these. These are like a thin Corian, but they're lightweight. A lot of the super thick ones are just annoying to handle because they're so heavy. Whereas these are really lightweight, and there's a nice little storage area. You're not worried about it crushing your foot. Very nice. All right, a lot of use of mirrors. This is a 2000 model coach, and I don't know what your personal preferences are, but I like the mirrors. It makes it feel bigger in here. That's just a psychological thing. Now, this is interesting. This is an Amana household refrigerator. Super big. And the benefit, of course, of the households is they're less prone to catch on fire, and they get cold a lot faster than the standard hybrid kinds can, with ammonia and all that. Put that on medium. Recommended. Close that up. And these locks right here. This is a nice upgrade. I don't know how they got this in here. It's pretty impressive. Or it may have came from a manufacturer. I would not be too surprised. Mana's a good manufacturer. Look at this nice woodwork here. Isn't that cool? Looks like the top of a strudel or something. All right, now in the dining area, I've got this nice wood table. Fabric here looks great. A little splash of color in here, I like that. I want to point out the massive amount of windows here. The windows are very large. You see in a lot of newer coaches and other manufacturers, spare a few that have smaller windows. These are huge. I really like that. A lot of open feel, even though we've got the front closed off right now. Now some of these seals are kind of moving around and fidgeting in there. And that could be concerning, but here's the reality. These aren't fogging up. And I don't know how they aren't, because normally these seals go bad, and that's what causes fogging to happen. But there's no fogging whatsoever. And there's one or two other windows that are doing that. You can see the seals kind of moving around. And I'm assuming, as long as these seals are still maintaining a seal, even though they're kind of shrinking or moving around a little bit, you won't get fog. So that's pretty nice. Now up in the front, we are missing a TV, but a couple $100 and you got yourself a brand new flat screen with a swivel. So you've got plenty of outlets up here. Really nice. You can easily do that. Like I said, we would be doing these things, but it's hard for us to do this. We've got so much going on right now, and we just can't dedicate too much time. So instead, like I mentioned, we could be asking a lot more. This is a nice coach, trade-in, fundamentally excellent condition, and Country Coach doesn't play around. But it is what it is. We got to move these things out. And look, we're still in business here. We've got a Prevost coming in. We're going to have 2 Prevosts on our hands, and those are very hectic to deal with at times. If you're familiar with them at all, they're extremely complex, and they of course have problems that we got to work on, and that's just a reality. Kind of seeing the backhand of what's going on here. But we still have really nice coaches that we're going to let people have at great deals. We're going to drive it later, so I'll talk about the cockpit in a bit. But huge chairs, these both swivel, very wide. You can imagine how comfortable they are on the road. That has an electric recliner, which is pretty cool. Nice little tabletop here. Yeah, so this is a nice little modern upgrade, and my girlfriend, the camera person, was trying to signal to me to mention it before I walked out, and then I walked out and completely ignored her, which I'm really good at doing. I'm like a professional at that. Anyway, so this is cool. This seems to be aftermarket, very modern. Reminds me of like a really nice high-end modern style. I like it. Very comfortable as well. Oh, come over here. Let's point out this. I like how Country Coach sets up their buttons and controls. It feels like a yacht, and I really like that. So over here you've got galley fan speed, living room fan speed. This is for your hydronic heat. Now that Hurricane hydronic heating system is optional. So you can turn these on, and the benefit is diesel. It's a lot more efficient. It doesn't burn that much diesel at all. It's cheaper to run, than the propane, and it's annoying to fill up propane. So this is, you've got one extra control in the bedroom as well. Generator start stop here, 665 hours. You've got your tank, so you can check that here. Fresh water, propane, battery, as well as your water pump. So I had it on. I'll leave it on. As well as your water heater. So that's pretty nice. You've got a nice fire extinguisher up there with a good mount. Small, but yeah, kind of important, I guess. All right, so before we step back in the bathroom area, first of all, your shower's over here. You've got a pocket door which separates your galley from the rest of the coach, the bathroom and the bedroom. Beautiful wood, nice lock. It's not going anywhere. Look at all this wood, very nice. This is a pretty sizable shower. Glass enclosed, huge sunlight. Set that there. Very wide, good bit of space, especially for a 36-footer, and the height is excellent as well. The sunlight makes for a lot extra head space up in here. Sit back down here. I like that. It's one of the vents for your heating system. So you can imagine when you get out of the shower and it's cold. Right now it's 91 degrees, so I don't even want to think about this. But if it's cold, it's nice to have the heat on your feet when you get out of the shower. Bathroom area. This is a sizable bathroom for a 36-foot coach. You've got this beautiful Corian that goes all along this side of the bathroom. Nice sink. Really gorgeous mirrors up here in cabinet space. The woodwork is excellent. Oh, look at this. These were custom coaches, really high-end CNZ. The nickname for this model, this coach, is Cook's Nook. Small feature, but there it is. Beautiful woodwork. Like I mentioned, a lot of space in here. You got a porcelain toilet over there. And this pocket door. Beautiful wood. And now I like this because you can have guests using your bathroom while you still have a hallway access to get to your bedroom in the front of the coach. You're not trapping anyone by having that open, exposed toilet. Now you have an electric, fantastic fan as well, so you just press the button and it raises it up, and you can control the fan speed. You can have it in auto mode and all that. I'm not going to put it up. I'm going to put it back down, but that's nice. All right, now you come over here. Huge space in here. It's like a mini wardrobe. Gorgeous wood as well. I keep mentioning the wood. I need to shut up about it. All right, you got a washer dryer combo down on the bottom. Made in Italy. Interesting. All right, let's step into the bedroom. Now this is pretty spacious. There's no slide back here, which means it's not all tucked up. If you have a slide in on a coach, it makes for less room than actually having no slides. Obviously, you put the slide out, you have more space. But this is actually a good bit of walk-around space here. As you can see, I can walk around without having to do the old, let me squeeze into my bedroom spot. Now, you've got outlets right here and over there. Pretty forward thinking for Country Coach in 2000 to have outlets on both sides, because think about it. I mean, I was 1 year old or barely, I was a couple months old in 2000. However, from what I've gathered, people didn't have phones like smartphones that need to be charged every night. So really having these many outlets doesn't make that much sense, but it's nice to have it nowadays. Like I said, hydronic heating control for the fan just for your bedroom. So if you get up in the middle of the night, you're cold, you turn it up. You get hot, you turn it down. Nice to have that control without having to get out of bed. Plenty of mirrors, a lot of space up top. This is your main control for your, this is your main breaker box right here. But you have a lot of storage over here. It goes all the way across. And you have space here on that side as well, and some drawers. A lot of space. And on top of that space, more space. This is a nice wardrobe area. Turn the light on. Check out the wood. Beautiful. This is a huge space right here. I'm saying space too many times. It's got a lot of space. What can I say? Extra leaf for your dinette up there to make for more, guess what? Space. All right. I think that concludes the interior here. I'm not going in too depth on this interior, but as you can see, it's very clean in here. A lot of excellent high-tech options. Small thing. Come here. This is very small. My girlfriend's gonna be pissed for stopping the video for this. But okay, so you can control these lights from here, right? Okay, not a big deal. 1 and 2, individual. But you can also control them from here. So you see right now, they're on, so you turn them off here. And then you can turn them off. It's just quirky. It's not like it's nice to have multiple controls because most coaches have one control for one light. So the manufacturer's like, should I place it there or should I place it there? But here they're just like, you know what, we're gonna put it there and there. And that makes a lot of sense. If you're in bed, turn the light on, or if you're up there, you don't have to go by your bed. Interesting, quirky, but I like it. By the way, another large storage area right under where a TV can go. And you can use this TV spot for space if you want. Some people don't watch TV at all while they're traveling, and some people watch a lot of TV. Whichever you like, you can either mount a TV. You can have brand new TVs in here for $500. TVs are so cheap nowadays. It's ridiculous. But you can use it as space, which is nice. All right, that will now conclude the interior video. Let's go now we're gonna go check out the cockpit. We're gonna go over some features there, what's cool, what's nice about it, and we'll go over the reality of how it is to drive. And I've already driven it, so I know some backhand history. It's excellent. It's very excellent. But I'll show you anyways. Let's go do it again. All right, we've gotten on the highway now, and the ride quality is just fantastic. I really like the tacks as well. They're very informative. They've got like a classic kind of aviator style to them. Really like how they look. But the side-to-side stability is just really, really top-notch. I'm gonna go ahead and set cruise control here. And there's cruise, 65 miles an hour. Look at that. I'm gonna come back and grip it because I've got traffic. I'm not gonna be like that. However, it will dead track. Like it'll just stay there. Let me get the center lane. This is an excellent driving bus. Wow. Yeah, the tightness and the rigidity of this semi-monocoque chassis with that tubular setup in the frame rails, as well as those wide wide and large airbags with the air canisters that provide extra support when you need it. I mean, it's just an excellent riding bus. I mean, it feels like a proper bus. Now check this out. This is kind of cool. You just loosen it up and it just slides around. So as a driver, you can have like a snack over here. You can have a dang bowl of cereal, cup of coffee, and it's so quietly riding, smoothly riding down the road. You could do that. This has air brakes all the way around. They're full air brakes. We've also got an engine brake. Wow, this is an excellent driving coach. To give it some ratings, let's see. For its class, especially for its class, it's one of the best driving coaches I've driven at 36 feet. That's no joke right there, no joke. And I just came off of driving a 2016 Phaeton, which is a 40-footer, but similar chassis that they use in the 36-footers. But with this knee-way independent front suspension, the excellent design, the chassis design, the dyno backs, the extra strength in the chassis, it's a very nicely riding bus. Wow. Yeah, the independent front suspension is huge. You know, if you hit a bump on the right side or the left side, it doesn't affect your wheel on the other sides. It's a lot more stable and a lot more solid and stuck to the road when you hit bumps, which is huge, especially in the United States and South Carolina where our roads suck. There's some nice roads around here, but you know. All right, I'm going to turn the cruise off. This thing has no mileage. Yeah, it's very quiet in here. The biggest thing I notice is just the stiffness in this chassis. There's not much flexing going on. A lot of times you go down the road in a bus that's a lower quality chassis. There's a lot of movement. You can feel the chassis flexing and turning. This one feels so stout. It's really mind-blowing. 95 degrees today. Got the generator running. I was driving in hard traffic. Water temperature's excellent. I mean, this is really putting this coach to the test. Look at the way it handles that bump. That's a big bump. Just ironed it out, floated over it. Quick facts, this is a 110-gallon fuel tank, and the fuel tank is mounted right behind the driver axle, and it's mounted horizontally. They do this for weight balance, but it also allows you to have dual fill-up. They also have all the gray tanks, black tanks, the freshwater tanks, all center-mounted low, which provides you with a lower center of gravity, which is much better, again, for stability. They're really trying to make it the best semi-monocoque chassis that they could make. I mean, Country Coach was a serious manufacturer. It's really too bad they went out of business in 2009. They got bought up by Winnebago, and you still can get parts and everything for it, but it's, you know, they're one of the best manufacturers out there, and they made Prevost conversions. You know, they made a lot of buses. They had a lot of experience, and you got to go read in some of the forums. They've posted some of their procedures they did to test their buses before they let them go out. It's pretty incredible what they did. I mean, they were on top of the quality control. That was a huge part of this thing to them, and they built things to last. And they've got a firm customer base. Anyways, I'm going to ramble on here, but this is an excellent driving bus. I mean, I just went around that corner, and the stability is unmatched in 36-foot buses. The power is superb too. Having that side radiator that's the way to go. For towing, you want that for sure. Transmission feels slick. We're already at 55 miles an hour. A lot of power. 350 is plenty of power for this 36-foot bus. And the ISCs tend to be more reliable than the ISLs as well. The ISLs are bored and stroked out versions of the ISCs, and their ISLs are known for being the sweetheart of Cummins. But even then, from what I've seen, these ISCs are very reliable engines. And it's more than enough power for this coach. More than enough power. Most coaches this size will have a 300 or less. You know, the older buses, especially, you know, late 90s, would have ISBs, 275s. You know, this is a 350, side radiated. Anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Please continue checking out our channel. We have a lot of nice buses right now, and we actually have another 36-foot country coach that you'll be seeing more of later. So anyways, thank you so much. Hit like, comment, subscribe, and reach out to us if you're looking to buy a bus. Thank you so much.